Bah! Did I scare you there? I sure hope I did, because today we're going to be talking about one scary game. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. I'm hoping that you haven't, because that means I can convince you to play the fucking thing. Oh, flippin'. I meant to say flippin', kids. That's right. Anyway, let's get back to it. Swoo! So, here we have, might be a little quiet here, mostly because the soundtrack for the menu kind of gives me schizophrenia. Here we have what is known as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, developed by, as you can see, Gun Media. Now, this is an asymmetric survival horror game, RPG ish? Question mark? Exclamation point. So here let's get back to Rush Week later. We'll just go to this for now. Anyway, how this game works. It's similar to a piece of shit called Dead by Daylight. Oh man, I don't have any water. We're only a couple minutes in. I'm getting dry. Help. Help me. Anyway, so it's very similar to a game called Dead by Daylight. The cooler kids call it DBD. But the truth is, there are no cooler kids that play Dead by Daylight because it's for quacks. So, the premise of the game is that there are 4 victims. See, they're not called survivors in this game because it actually respects the roles that the game has. So these are victims, as in vulnerable people that are going to get fucked up. They're not survivors. You know, there's no Bear Grylls on the victims team. There's Connie and Wet Noodle Sonny. No offense, Sonny, but god damn with those little wrists. Smash him in half like a toothpick. But then we got good old sturdy Leland. Yeah, that's a man right there. Look at that stance. And then we got, oh no. Oh, Gun, you've done it again. So I was gonna show you the other characters, but I don't really play Victim that much. Uh-oh. You got me. So I haven't paid the money to, oh man, I'm not really doing a good job on selling Gun right now. So these is extra victims here. These are all base victims, but you kinda gotta pay, I think, $10 maybe to get each one of these guys. Oh man, yeah, this is gonna be a hard sell. But as you can see, I've got the family fully unlocked. Now the family, they're all a bunch of depraved weirdos. Whoa, we'll save Johnny Boy for later. They're all a bunch of freakazoid monster people. Ooh, sissay. But they're all cannibals, and they kill people. That's why they all have weapons. So basically what happens is, there's 4 victims, and they'll spawn in a basement on, I think, 1 out of 7 maps. And it's then up to the family to kill these motherfuckers. Oh, these mother blippers. Before they can escape the map. So you got a team of 3 people on the family and a team of 4 on the victims. And basically you just go head to head in some epic horror survival combat. It's actually pretty fun. I'm making it sound kind of retarded, but it is fun. Trapper, for example, I don't know why I call him Trapper. Hiker. Hitchhiker. He's a nimble guy. He can crawl through crawl spaces and such and set traps to trap the survivors. Here I go saying survivors again. They're fucking victims. They're fucking victims! So that's what Hiker can do. We got Cook, who has very good map control abilities. He's able to set padlocks on already locked doors in order to increase the amount of time it takes victims to get through said doors. And I guess let me explain some of the victim gameplay here. Basically, as a victim, your job is to be stealthy, pick up some useful items around the map in order to help you progress through the map, and escape without dying. That's basically all you have to do. Whether or not you want to help your teammates um, along the way is totally up to you. But you can pick up things like health when you get the shit slapped out of you. You can pick up lock picks in order to get through doors. You can pick up bone scraps in order to disarm traps or fucking stab somebody in the neck. Stab him in the neck. But yeah, so as survivor, oh my fucking god, this is going to be a long video. As victim, basically what you do is just get the hell out of there. Each victim has a special ability that is unique to their character. For example, Anna has an ability, I think it's believed, yeah, appropriately named Pain is Nothing. So she reduces the damage of incoming attacks by like 80%. She takes like 80% less damage for her time. So this bitch will just be straight up jumping out of like 2-story windows like it's nothing. She's like fucking Rasputin, dude. Yeah, you basically hit R1 or RB and you just turn to fucking Rasputin. And then we got Connie. Uh, she she can focus really hard with those angelic hazel eyes she's got. I think they're hazel. She just focuses really hard and she'll like melt a lock. It'll just fucking explode off the door, but then she gets really tired easy after that for a certain amount of time. And then there's Leland the fucking refrigerator. He's he's not very stealthy. Basically what happened when this game came out is this guy's got a shoulder bash that will stun family for like a couple seconds, and these motherfuckers would literally spawn in, hear the chainsaw revving in the basement, and then they'd fucking sprint at you just to hit you with a fucking shoulder bash and then run away. These guys are menaces. Absolute menaces. And there's Sonny. You don't really see much of him. Well, mostly because his main thing is hiding. He's got like some kind of hearing ability where he can hear noise better in his surroundings or something. He's honestly a pretty fucking lame character. I don't know why they did him this dirty. Rip Sonny. And then there's Julie, who, hot damn. Excuse me, fellas, I haven't seen a Julie this close in a while. Whoa. Woo! And then there's Julie, who, I guess like a camel has huge amounts of adrenaline resting somewhere, I believe around her mammillary glands. She just has large amounts of adrenaline there that she can consume at and stressful situations and then just book it. So basically, her ability is that she can just book it really hard, really fast for a certain amount of time. But yeah, let's go back to family. Leatherface, he's got a fucking chainsaw. He's got acromegaly, so he is disabled. He is also retarded. Um, but he's got a chainsaw. He is too fat to climb ladders. He hasn't figured that out yet. As well as he cannot squeeze through cracks or crevices or crawl spaces, given his hulking frame. But he can saw most things in half, so that's always pretty cool. And hey, man, that chainsaw sound is authentic. Old West boy. Let's pull up Grandfather Wes. That guy right there. This dude was revving the chainsaw on the mic for hours. For hours, getting that perfect chainsaw sound. If you've never heard what a chainsaw sounds like, this guy's got you covered. While other people were, releasing content for the game, this guy fucking revving chainsaws. Revving chainsaws out in the field, getting that authentic noise. Uh-oh. There we go. Alright, back to the... So, he cuts stuff. I already talked about Cook. I already talked about Hiker. Whew. And if, for some reason, you're a woman watching this video, feast your eyes on this boy. This man. Holy shit. Hot damn. Look at that savagery rating. So this is Johnny. He's kind of adopted in the family, which is why he's like the only pretty one here. Besides Sissy. Sissy's kind of hot. But yeah, he's the pretty boy, you know. When they were making trailers for this game and they were releasing Johnny clips, they were like, "Oh yeah, Johnny's the type of guy, you know, a girl would meet him in the bar, he'd get him feeling good, get a couple drinks going." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Who the fuck talks like that? Who hired this guy? What the fuck? No, what in the actual fuck are you talking about, dude? Figure it out." Jesus. Anyway, Johnny's like a Ted Bundy, basically. He, his ability, it's kind of weird. He'll like he'll like sniff the dirt, and then he'll get like a fart cloud that he follows throughout the map. Although it'll go away if you're like crouching. Basically, he can see your footprints and kind of track you, but it's not that good. It used to be way, way better when it first came out. It was in fact too good, which is why it got nerfed into oblivion. But that's Johnny. He's pretty useless. He doesn't really contribute to the family that much. He's kind of just in it for himself. He just wants to get his own Johnson to stand up for the anthem, and that's about it. He's just bad at feeding Grandpa. He can't squeeze through cracks or crevices because of his chiseled pecs. And, yeah, he's kind of just a selfish prick. But damn, is he hot. Which is why people play him. Ooh, and oh, fellas. Fellas. We got any bachelors out here? Have I got a woman for you? This is Sissy. She's hanging out at old Span Ranch for a while. Basically, she's just filled to the brim with poison. Not in a metaphysical way like some women. But no, she just actually spits poison at you like a fucking cobra. It is crazy. And if they're not a complete moron, they'll have rubber legs equipped so that when victims walk through the poison, they'll be slower. They'll move at grandma speed, and then you just run up to them with that little razor blade and just cut the shit out of them. Literally just give them a nice fucking haircut in places they don't have hair until they die. Really something. Definitely a trad wife. They don't make them like her anymore. She's also very musical. She's always singing songs and stuff. It's pretty cool. Gilf alert. Now this is a healthy bosom. I'm just playing. No, this is Nancy. She's got some nice New Balance shoes down here. Basically, she's like Cook, but worse. And that's pretty much it. She's really just there for the Gilfcore fan service. She's a little different from Cook in the fact that she can put barbed wire traps down instead of locking doors. And Cook can hear people. He can like listen throughout the map, and if you're making too much noise, he can like pinpoint where you are. Nancy can't do that. Instead, she does this weird fucking thing. I don't know if you can see. She's got the Fetty Wap eye right there. She's got the Fetty Wap eye. Yeah, she'll do this weird thing where she just has like a connection to the Eye of Sauron, and she will randomly see a survivor throughout the map through her milky ass eye here. It's kind of cool. That's kind of the coolest part of her kit, honestly. But other than that, yeah, just for Gilfcore lovers. Now here's the big boy. The old, he's getting handsy. Hold on, let's show off the muscles a little more. Oh yeah, the big boy. This is Hans. He's a drag racer, although I don't know how the fuck that was possible with nearly being 7 feet tall and 350 pounds. That's a lot of fucking weight. That's a lot of fucking weight to account for. I don't really think they thought that one through over at Old Gun. Wes, my sweet child. Do you know anything about drag racing, my guy? No, I'm just kidding. Guys, do not bully Wes. He's trying, okay? He tried, and we got very far. It just, we've reached our full potential. Even though we have mocap characters that didn't get released. We've reached our full potential. Anyway, this ain't about Wes. This ain't about Wes. This is about... this is about fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So yeah, that's... He can, like, break shit with his hands. Basically, he was made to counter Danny. And we're not going to talk about Danny. But Danny could sabotage stuff. So that like... Not to get too deep in the gameplay here, but you can have stuff like the boiler. You can turn the boiler valve and get the boiler going so everybody can escape. Or you could activate the fuse box to get the basement exit open so that everyone could escape. And basically, if Danny did it, it would be stuck on and you couldn't turn it off, and there was no counter to it. Well, then they released this fucking guy, and basically Hans walks up to that shit and he says, "Fuck you!" and he rips it off. His ability is literally called Ripstall. And he's also got a defensive bash that'll knock people down. It takes like a huge amount of stamina to use, but it can be useful in the right situations. And we got Bones, who I honestly have not played yet, but I've seen gameplay of him. He's got pretty good blood harvest ability, as well as he has gore bombs, which means it's just a bomb filled with blood that will blow the fuck up and cover somebody in blood. Yeah, I wish, I'm gonna play him sometime. Sometime I'll play him. I just haven't yet. Okay, get off my fucking back. Okay, I didn't say I was max level. I'm not fucking max level. You can see it in the corner there. I'm not fucking 99. I'm 44. Sorry, I have a job. Unlike some people watching this. Must be nice. So, man, I haven't even gotten to any of my points yet. Basically, alright, here's the main thesis of this little schizophrenic rant that I've been on. Hey there! Didn't see you there. Just kidding. Of course I did. That's why I'm here. So, there's a game out there called DBD, okay? And DBD is unlike a lot of games out there. There's not many asymmetrical horror games out there. And I love these things. I don't know why I love them so much. It doesn't need to be horror either. It's just these asymmetric games. They're really fun to play. I love them. Something about the gameplay. I just like being like a power roll. It's not a sex thing. It's not. As far as I know. Anyway. So, it started with Evolve, and then Dead by Daylight did it. And Dead by Daylight is very popular. So, people started making them. Friday the 13th came out. God bless Friday the 13th soul, man. Although, I'm not so sure the same fate of TCM wouldn't have befallen Friday the 13th after watching what happened in TCM. And Gun dropping the ball there. They did drop the ball, but I'm going to get to that. Yeah, and then, so DBD was there, and then they made games like Evil Dead to try and capitalize on it, and Evil Dead was great. Long story short, every ASIM game that has been made trying to compete with Dead by Daylight, even though they're not trying to, but in the eyes of players, yes, of course they're trying to, has eaten shit and fallen into the countless pile of bodies that DBD sits on top of their throne of dog shit and death. Basically, DBD is ass, and there is no game that can compete with it. People play DBD, I think, because there's no good game to compete with it besides this one. Yeah, I know, I just ranted about some shit this game has been through, but this game can fucking compete. It's different. It's got swag, it's got style, and it has stuff that DBD doesn't, mainly the family aspect of playing killer. So let's get into that. That's my first point there. I guess this is gonna be, we're just gonna focus on my face right now. I'm just gonna talk to you in my kitty boy headphones. How about that? Basically, DBD, when you play the killer role, it's 1v4. Killer versus 4 survivors. And the devs of said Dead by Daylight, it used to be very cool as killer. You could make builds where you could slow down generator. You know what? If you're watching this, I'm just gonna assume you know what DBD is. Okay, I'm not gonna explain fucking DBD. It's been out for fucking 10 years. I'm not gonna explain it. Basically, if you, so there's one killer, 4 survivors. It used to be, as killer, that you could make cool builds. You could make cool builds that could help your chances against survivors. There was a lot of different ways to play the game, hence why the game was very fun to play back in the day. You could make builds that would very much change the gameplay experience. You could run gen slowdown perks like Ruin. You could do stuff like no one escapes. You could no one escapes death. Fire me up. You could have gens popping everywhere, but then when it got to the 0 gens, you're just an unstoppable killer, and you just slugged everybody at the end. It was fun shit like that. That was really interesting. Spiced up the game. You never knew what you were gonna get. And all that has just kind of slowly been ripped away from killer over the years in order to placate these little bitch ass babies that aren't good at playing Survivor, aren't good at looping, don't know how to run tiles. Basic, so they had to make Killer infinitely worse to the point where it's basically like an AI role at this point. There's little to no customization that actually has an impact on the game. The Killer is always in react mode to what the survivors are doing. The Killer does not have control over the pace of the game. He is playing catch up with the survivors always. And in TCM, that may be somewhat to the point. The gameplay is, I'd say it's more nuanced to the point where like spawn locations of certain items um make it so it is somewhat hard to speed run the game. Now there were ways that you could do it. That was a big issue for a while, is people speed running, breaking out of base and all that stuff. But if family really communicates, I think an effective family could easily mop the floor with any survivor team. Just because if you have a 2-on-1 situation, they get they get mopped, dude. If family's communicating, family just fucking mops them, and it feels good. It feels good not to just be suffering, like being on a super huge time crunch trying to keep up with generators when you're playing this game. The stress just isn't there. It feels like you're actually a killer, like hunting down someone that escaped out of your cannibal basement. If that makes sense. Like, it's not like, oh my god, oh, I wasted 5 seconds, so I'm not gonna make the gen. They're running the gen. Oh, maybe they brought a brand new part. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh, and I spawned on Raccoon City. I don't fucking what. Yeah, there's none of that. There's none of that. It's just nice and peaceful. You hear some chickens over in the background here and there. Or all of a sudden you'll hear the fucking generator kick off and you go, oh fuck, and then you book it over there. It's just fun. It's just fun. And there's no ranking system. There's not MMR. So you're not gonna be going against the sweatiest motherfuckers of all time when playing this game. You're just not. You're just not. You can just have a good time with the boys, or you can have a good time with randos. I spawned into a match the other day. We were sitting here in the lobby waiting, and then there was this one. I'm gonna say she was from Bosnia. This Bosnia chick just starts going, "I am horny. I am horny," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right, that's cool. What's you up to? What you doing later?" She didn't respond though, so you can't win them all. But fuck it, let's go back to TCM page. So another reason why this is mainly approaching killers. I don't need to fucking explain why you should play victim. Victim is a cool role. You get chased, you get your shit punched in. It's fun. You can escape, you can teabag. Enough said. Oh yeah, I guess. You know what? No, we're going over the killers. So, I haven't even explained this. There's a progression system. Obviously, you can look at all these cool little look at this skill tree over here. Look at all these little perks and stuff. Got all these nice little cool perks. That you can unlock through, playing the game. You don't have to buy them. Although, if you want any kind of cosmetic, you kind of gotta buy it. So, thanks, gun. Thanks. Did it again. But, another thing. Killers. Killers of Dead by Daylight. Here. Listen to me now. Listen to me now. TCM, hook states. What? There are none. There's no hook state. What the fuck is a hook state? You find somebody, you kill them, and then it's over. They're dead. That's it. You don't need to fucking count how many hooks they're on. You don't need to not hook them or stand so far away from the hook so they don't unhook themselves. What is that? No, it doesn't fucking exist here. You just kill people. Because you're a killer. So you just find them and kill them. Enough said. Simple. Effective. And let me show you another thing. You don't have to wait till the end of the match to use your one kill animation. Even though I had to buy these. Even though this little guy made me buy these. You don't have to wait to use your one memento mori at the end of the match. No, no, no. We got how many is that? 6 different executions here. Ladies, look at that. That could be you right there. Getting choked out by this hunk of a man. That's enough reason to buy the game right there. That could be you, ladies. But yeah, everyone's like that. They've all got multiple executions, giant skill trees to where you can customize. Remember customizing your killer? Remember how you used to be able to do that in Dead by Daylight and you can't anymore? I'm sorry, guys. Let me consult the list. See, because I made this giant bullet point this giant bullet point list of stuff that I wanted to talk about today. And I've just been straying away from it. You know, I'm just so passionate about this issue, about how Wes gave me hope for a better future free of Dead by Daylight devs pretending that they don't know about God palettes on the game. The map of the game, as in the Jigsaw map. But yeah, look at these giant skill trees, guys. Look at. Oh yeah, whoops. That's an oopsie. We're gonna clip that out. Make sure to clip that out, future me. Yeah, look at these giant fucking skill trees. Every character has these. Literally every character. And you can respec it. Once you put the points in it, you can just respec. And go a different path on the skill tree. Like, it literally creates cool, unique builds that you can use. And you can have different loadouts. So you could have one skill tree for one map, and you can make a second skill tree for a different map. And it's good. It's good. There's customization in this game. There's a team element to this game. It's not a team teabagging and flashlighting you in the face while you're just alone suffering because you wanted to play the power role. The Stephen Hawking power role where jocks are just fucking dumping apple juice down my pants, making my AI wheelchairs say boobs over and over, and I am gay, I am gay, I am gay. Yeah, no. This game has killers in it. And you know what? I understand there's a lot of... I understand the community, the Dead by Daylight community. There's some queer fellows out there. A lot of queer fellow boys and girls that like to play Dead by Daylight. It's a big part of their appeal. Well, guess what? It's the 70s, so that shit ain't nearly as cool back in this time, alright? That shit was kind of cringe back in this time. Which Gunn has stayed true to, although you can get Leland in this sexy little boy outfit. Look at that, he's got the abs chiseling. You can see right there how short his shorts are cut. Man, try to say that 80 times fast. I'm pretty sure all these fellas got themselves a little... Look at them short shorts on Sunny right there. Look at them. Where'd he even find those? So boys and girls... And, you know, you've seen Johnny. You can stare at that hunk of meat all day. There's plenty of queer representation here. Plenty. And fellas, do I even have to get into it? This is the 70s. Listen, they don't make chicks like this anymore, alright? They're all vaping. They all eat McDonald's. They don't make hotties like this anymore. Look at that. Look at that summertime skin. You know you'd buy it, dude. Because even if you lost, you'd still be having a fun time. They don't... You know, that was one hottie. That was just one. Let's go to Connie the hottie. Dude, what is that? What is that shit? Gilfcore? Nah, that's a hefty bosom. See, look at that. She's already got the bride dress on. Sissy is trad. So basically, that's my point, is that this game, you should really take a chance on this game. You really should. I know there's a lot of bad press surrounding this game about how they left it to die 7 months ago in order to develop Halloween. You know what, Wes? You're gonna be front and center for this, because this is about you. This is about you, big man. This is about your time in the spotlight. That it got abandoned. This game got abandoned by Gun about 7 months ago because it reached their full creative potential, which was total bullshit. Wasn't real. There was tons of leaked content that never got into the game. And yeah, they basically left it to go work on this Halloween game coming out with Ilphonic, which I will be getting because I am a bitch for these asymmetrical horror games. I just am. But despite Gun leaving this game, the game that they left is a good, solid game that you could have fun on for hundreds of hours with the pals, whether you're playing family or victims. And I think the fact that so many people write this game off as, oh, that game's dead. That game's dead. It's done, dude. There's no way. There's no way, dude. You know what, motherfucker? You just sit tight right there. You know what? Look at my forehead, bitch. Look at my forehead. I need to do some research real quick. Oh, no. Look at my forehead. You still looking at my forehead, bitch? Bitch? You still looking at my forehead? What are you looking at my forehead for? Hell's the matter with you? Look at that. Oh, you can't see it that well. 151 viewers currently on Twitch watching TCM right now. Look at these streamers, man. You're telling me this is a dead game? Oh, ignore that guy. I don't know what that guy's doing. And this is on a Wednesday night. This isn't a, they're playing Evil Dead? What the hell? Alright, I'm gonna ignore those two people. Evil Dead's a good game though. But this is on a Wednesday night. And people are watching this fucking shit. They're watching it. It's not done. It's not dead. It's not nearly what it was a year ago. But it's still here, guys. It is not dead. Alright, how do I... Hold on, I'm gonna meme on you. I'm gonna pull out a sick meme that old Johnny Boy and Black Lung will never forget. There you go. That is the state of TCM. As you can see, I am not dead. It's not fucking dead. Stop saying it's a dead fucking game. Yes, it's done. It's not being updated anymore. But honestly, is that such a fucking bad thing? Did DBD, did these fucking geniuses that you've been sucking off over behavior, did they not just waste a whole entire year on PTB changes that nobody liked? That they had to peel back because literally everybody hated them. Like one change came through. They wasted this whole fucking year all this time not making new content in order to make changes that nobody liked. So is DBD really in a better spot than TCM? Yeah, TCM got abandoned 7 months ago. But guess what? Where's Behavior's new content? Oh, nothing. They've just been fucking around for 7 months. So, what's the point there? Oh, it's a dead game. It doesn't get updated anymore. Yeah, apparently that's doing pretty good for it because the devs didn't fuck anything over in the game. The game's got left in a solid state. The servers are up. There are players there. We could just use a little more players. Honestly. Give this game a fucking chance. I know this is an incredibly scuffed video, but you know what? No one else. Well, I'm gonna meme on you again, and that's probably where I'm gonna end the fucking video. Hold on. You're gonna see my forehead again because I don't want to reveal my personal information online because I'm not that tech savvy. So just remember this. When you watch this fucking scuffed video of me saying all this shit,
why do you persist? You put us down, we rise again. You end one plot, we forge another. You try so hard, but it always ends the same. Those who know you think you mad, and this is why. Even those men you sought to save have turned their backs on you. Yet you fight. You resist. Why?
Because no one else will.
that's what's up, motherfuckers. Because no one else will do this. No one else has. No one else is there waving the fucking beacon, saying, hey, we're not done yet. Yeah, there's content creators out here making content for this game, and God bless them. They're doing good. They're keeping up the fight. But I have not seen one person wave this fucking flag saying, guys, it's not over. It's not fucking over. And it won't be over until Halloween comes out and they shut down the servers. But no one else is out here doing it. So that's why I made this scuffed fucking video. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Have you seen any editing? Have you seen one piece of editing that I've done in this video? No, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But someone has to do it. So I guess it's me. Give TCM a fucking chance. It's going to be on sale for probably like $15 around Christmas time. Please, brothers. Killers. Don't let DBD treat you like that anymore. Come, join the family. Join us down in Texas for that sweet, sweet barbecue. But regardless, Merry Christmas.